Hey guys, I figured I'd just stop chatting with you and actually start the stream. So, to answer your last question, White Gloves, actually my wife knows where all the finished models are because she has given me one of the rooms in the house. I have a 16 by 12 room for display, and one of the bedrooms upstairs is where my stash is at. I need to start put the stash or my scale mates back onto my YouTube description. That way you guys can go and actually look and see what's in my stash. I have around 470 models, I think, and I just got one in today. And most of the guys here know the whole reason I have such a huge stash. And Kenny, they are not a myth. I finished a model this week. Lots of people did actually, but no, a lot of the guys know the reasoning behind my huge stash. In about 5 years, I will be retiring permanently and will not have. Well, there is that. But I'll be retiring permanently and won't have the disposable income I have now. So I've purchased a ton of kits. Well, we just Photoshop. Yeah, we Photoshop them. Let's see. 4 in your stash started. But you just started. And I'll tell you what, Sluggo, that's exactly how it goes. $2,000 in. Good Lord, did you buy one of these parts things? Wait, Dan? Hey, Dan. Sorry, I didn't see you popped in. No, we're coming up on 2022, so it's about 9 years ago now that my wife bought me my first, is it in here? It is. She bought me my first model that I finished in 25 years. This model is about 9 years old. And it is one of my favorite models that I've done. Cool. And let me put it up high enough. It is also, oh, wrong way. No, all the way. It's also the first kit I ever lit. And once I lit it, I got the lighting bug. You can see, I just noticed it in the camera. This mast is broken. It's got a few things that need to be fixed on it. Been moved a couple of times, but it's still one of my all-time favorite kits because it's where I started back into the hobby. You posted your Shelf Queen. Wait, Kenny, you're not talking the Shelf Queen of Shelf Queens, are you? You're Titanic? Because I think you've got the longest of anybody I know of, or truly anybody ever, the longest delayed build. So you posted it as in you're going to finish it finally? Or you posted it as in, this is my forever Shelf Queen? Because I know you've got a few. I do too. So I'm going to switch cameras and we'll start, we'll still chat, but I'm going to switch cameras and start talking about the Ghostbusters. Actually, before that, I'm going to say welcome everybody. I know you do. It's sitting on top of your 1-200 scale. Welcome everybody this is day 360, day 365 of my YouTube channel, me actually posting videos. I would stream tomorrow, but Kenny streams normally on Wednesdays, so I'm not going to get in his way. But because tomorrow is actually the 1 year anniversary. I started November 3rd of last year. Do I have a dream kit, and is it in your I do. I have a couple of dream kits. There's the 1/200 scale Titanic, which I have it, and I've started on it, and it's a shelf queen now. It's been sitting there for a while. And Ocre in Spain is coming out with what is truly my Grail kit. Back when I built the 1/350 scale Titanic, who was it? Mantua made a 1/250 scale wooden Titanic, and I love working with wooden models. Ocre is releasing a 1/300 scale one, and that right now is my current Grail kit, but it's not going to be for very long because my wife told me she will probably buy it for Christmas. Nah, Kenny, I'm already set up for night, unless this goes long. Let's see. Hey, Spence, welcome. By the way, hello, Jalen. I did not see that you were here. And yeah, let me see. Yeah, you guys can see. Got started back to work on the shuttle build. Still got a ways to go on that one. And what else is going on? Well, I finished my group build, the monsters. It was late. I finished it early. Finished it actually before Halloween, but I wasn't sending anything to Kenny because he was already having problems getting the show together. So I was not going to try and mess with him and have anything, have him try and squeeze it in there because he's that kind of a guy. He probably would have. Well, also this year I've actually thinking about it because I'm starting to work towards my end of year show. Thinking about it, it's not as many kits as I did last year. Last year I think it was 21 kits, but I'm up in the neighborhood of 7 or 8, and I just realized that in the last couple of days. I know you would have, Kenny. That's why I refused to send it to you. That's why I posted it last night. Bandai Perfect. Oh, that's a nice kit. So, let's get over to what I was about to do. I'm going to switch cameras. And we have just the bare bench right now. I do have a new camera. I think I showed it last week as well. Not sure if this is it's going to go into my arsenal, but probably, and I just turned it on. Probably it'll be just for videos, not for streaming, because the streaming video out of this is worse than a webcam. But the video, when you take a video, it's actually pretty good. Let's see. Oh, the perfect grade Falcon. So, I don't know why. It looks like almost that this is zoomed in. Let me double check real quick. Oops. I don't want to do that. Okay, no, it's not. It's just that it's that much closer to the bench than it normally is. Let me do a little bit of adjustment on it. That's a little bit better. Because you gotta have room to get the FX boards in here. Let me see. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. What are we waiting for, Donnie? So, I knew somebody was going to say that. I even put it, I think I put it in the chat on Discord. Yep. Dinner and an Ecto. So, I do this at the beginning of every stream. This board, HLI FX001A, has been sitting on my bench powered since May. The 10-year warranty is awesome. I mean, because I've actually, Spence figured it out, I've actually ran this board longer than most people will in 10 years. And then, of course, there's the Bird of Prey FX002 with, and I saw this last week when I actually, or 2 weeks ago when I dimmed the lights, you could actually see that this was flickering. Then there's the disruptors and the photon torpedo effect. Great boards. Oh, fire station. The fire station would be ungodly huge. And you'll see why in a minute. So let me pull the parts up here. Move this. Okay, so issue 75, and I know it's reflecting badly. Got some parts for lights and a piece of trim. Issue 76 has the second fender. I turn it off and turn it back on all the time. The real bug with it, Jalen, is it's not a bug. It's actually kind of cool that it does this. When you end up going way down with the power, so right now I'm down around 2 volts, and this board has pretty much died. And if I come back up here to 9 volts, it's stuck. This light's on. This light's not flashing. These lights are screwy right now. But here's how good the board is. When that happens, recycle power, turn it off, turn it back on, and everything is back to normal. And just to let everybody know, I run it at 9 volts. So this is the part of the hood right behind where the actually right behind where the hood is, where older cars have a part where the windshield wipers and stuff go. A lot of trim pieces, and the windshield. Actually, this is the windshield. This is the trim for the windshield, and I just watched the World of Wayne. Watched Wayne on World of Wayne do his windshield, and I'm gonna do what he did. He's well out in front of me. I'm gonna try and leave the plastic on when I put the windshield in. Eric, I didn't mean to blow up your head. Sorry. So let me flip the book over, and we are on stage 75 out of, I believe it is 140, so I am just a hair past halfway done. And so let me see if I can keep this in camera, or at least what I'm working on, because the first thing I'm doing is putting some trim on the hood. And of course I set the parts on top of the car. Let's see, turn it around this way. Move the book so I can actually get to it. So, white gloves, are you in the States? Because I know what has happened is they've been delayed because all the shipping that has not made it into the States. Oh, so you should get it as soon as it comes to the port. Hopefully, and we're at in California. Until I moved out here to Illinois, we lived in California. Up by north of San Francisco, up by Beale Air Force Base. Just curious. But, yeah, it was like the Iron Man. I had it charged to my credit card almost 2 months ago. Wait till it's done, Eric. Wait till it's done. Because there's a bunch of stuff to stack up on top of the hood, too. Or on top of the roof. Wairika, I know where that's at. But, what was I saying? I don't remember. I mean, the Ecto? Absolutely. Each one of these parts builds like this, and two of them that you can't get. Let's see, Millennium Falcon you can't get anymore. Hopefully, Fan Home will eventually come out with it again. The Millennium Falcon, the X-Wing, R2-D2, this one, the DeLorean, all of them cost low end, depending on how fast you get them, low end about $1,500. Sometimes you'll find sales for complete models. That's what D'Agostini would do, which they are now Fan Home. You find sales for complete models around $1,200, but these are usually about when all is said and done, $1,500 to $1,800. Ben Beal. Yeah, I actually didn't retire from Beal. I was stationed at Beal, and we moved to Wisconsin from there. I ended up retiring in Wisconsin and went back to Beal for my first post-Air Force retirement job. By the way, that Galaxy Quest is an awesome model. It was one of them I finished last year. So first thing to do, let's see, you gotta lift this up. Okay. And it slides on here. I'm just looking. Okay, there's the lugs. Let me see if I can move this over. Not sure if you can see it, if the video is clear enough for you to be able to see it, but there's a hole here, here, and here. I can see it, so you should be able to see it in the video. But those three holes fit these three lugs. So it'll pop down in here like this. We're going to miss you, Jalen. And then close the hood down. There's no gap. I did not yet put away my screws, which is what I usually do. And of course, my screw box is under. Let me move this wire and not drop the car off. My screw boxes are underneath the back end of the car. So let me open these up. And what I do for those of you who have not been on one of my streams before, what I do is I take the screws and I put them in these little holders. That way I don't misplace them, even though they give you more than enough for every step. Let's see, this one is an LM right next to the JM. Yeah, you'll do fine, Jay. And hopefully you will come back much better. There are a lot of screws in this one. Let's see, EM screws. EM is probably one of the most common screws. Yeah, Sigourney Weaver was pretty good in Galaxy Quest. Of course, Eric will never know because he refuses to watch it. And we've been giving him grief about it for what? What's it been, Eric? Like 6 months now that we've been giving you grief about it? Yes, she was. Of course, we've also found a new movie to give him grief about. He's never seen Forbidden Planet either. So I put that. I did. I put the opening on the wrong side when I did QP, but I'm following it on with the SP screws. And the P or the M, because of BP screws, SP, RP, QP, oops, that's EP. The P denotes that that screw is going into plastic. M denotes that it's going into metal. I don't think it was either, to be honest. I think that was 100% Sigourney in that movie. Yes, Forbidden Planet is really awesome. Matter of fact, I went out and I looked on the web. I couldn't find it. I don't remember. I think might have been on Showtime. I found it to stream on DirecTV, so I downloaded it and watched it about a week and a half ago. And the main reason that I watched it is because and Dan, I'll be honest, I hadn't seen Forbidden Planet until about 6 or 7 years ago. It was after I picked up let me think, since it was right after I picked up the C-57D. That was 8 years ago that I watched it. I have one of the large C-57Ds. And I'm going to be doing that for one of the group builds for HLI next year. So where is my red towel? Let me get my little red towel here. I'm sorry about taking so long with the screws, guys. But take the towel. Ooh, I hate when that happens. Did not mean to let it drop like that. I don't know if you guys saw it. I think it was off camera. The hood just popped open pretty violently. Okay, that's not going to stay there by itself. What are the screws that I need? BP. So let me get out 3 BP screws. It's fun to roast people about movies they haven't seen. Or in some circles, we could call that hazing. But it's not really hazing. It's just good fun, and Eric knows it. Eric's a good sport about it because like I said, we've been poking fun at him about not having seen Forbidden Planet for so long, or not Forbidden Planet, but Galaxy Quest for so long that I think he'd feel unloved if we didn't poke fun at him about it every now and then. So let me put this middle one in here. It is pretty detailed. I mean, I don't know how realistic it is, but it's detailed. It's got spark plug wires. It's got It's got a lot of the, what do you want? It's got a lot of wires and hoses on it. Wait. So Dan, what smaller one are you talking about? You talking about the saucer or the car that I'm working on right now? Because the saucer that I have was notorious back when I bought it, and actually I almost stole it because at the time the running price was about, people were selling it for $90 to $100. It doesn't have a whole lot of detail, but it does have some. The big thing is, and that's what I was just going to say, is that the saucer had a bad rep of warping when you were trying to put together. But the detailed part is the actual interior of the ship. And of course I'm going to find something. I have a UFO flasher that I'm going to put into it so that it does spin. The lights do spin in the bottom. And then the top is actually clear. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave it clear so you can see inside of it or not. But I'm looking forward to doing it. Okay, guys, let me step over to the car or the chassis and find, let's see, unplug marked U. I got to find a wire. There's the door switch for one of the doors. I think it is, let's see, front left door. So yeah, it'll be, door switch will go right in here. And I'll remove these leads. I should be able to leave the car up on its side like that. Door switch is going to go right in there. Let me go get the lead for that. I actually have the rest of the car over here. So I just unplugged this lead, which has been in the car. It was in the car so that you could test to see if the switches work. Because the switch, that's on, that's off. And so once it's in here, when the doors open, the lights will come on. Yeah, I love this car. I really do. He had a bigger one than this? Good God! This thing's already a monster. So looking at this, sitting here trying to figure out how this is supposed to go in here. I think like that. And then something will drop in here and close that. Yeah, the hole here goes towards the bottom. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Right there, there's a hole in the bottom. It does not sit on anything. It just goes on there like that. Oh, wow. Oh, you're saying he had the 27-inch. That's the one I've got. That's the one I'm going to be doing on the for the TV and movie group build for next year. I thought you meant he had a bigger one of these cars, and I was like, good God, that thing's going to be ungodly huge. So this goes like so, and I'm actually looking at the pictures upside down while I'm doing this. very clever. There's a little notch, or a little tab there. Fits into this little notch here, so that you make sure you get it in the right direction. This is small enough. This plastic piece is small enough. It's going to fall if I let go of it, just like the harness did. So I'm not going to set it up there and let it go. Third time's a charm. There. I need 2 EM screws. There are a lot of one-to-one Ectos out there that people have built. I have actually several versions of the car too. I have the Revell kit from the second movie. I've actually got another one of those that I've never built. I've got one made out of Lego. Got this one. I think that's, off the top of my head, that's all I've got of the Ghostbuster car. Come on. Sometimes these screws going into metal can be a little bit picky because they put the screw threads in and then they painted the car. And what Wayne on World of Wayne does is he does oil on most of his screws. Sometimes I do. I don't think I'm going to have an issue tonight. Let's see. Tight. Tight. Little could use baby. Nope. In case anybody's curious, what I'm doing is I'm trying to stick my fingernail underneath the screw. If I can get it underneath there, then it's too loose. So, okay, now I need to get wire S. And in case you guys are curious, I'm more concerned about the front of the car than the back because the back is sitting on glass. Hey Kenny, you haven't missed much. I don't think the sequels were really that badly messed up. Even the one in 2016 was entertaining if you just went to see it, not to criticize it. I mean, it's no worse than Star Wars. I'm gonna step away, guys. No worse than Star Wars when the forget what the movie was called. I can't remember what it was called, but the one when they came back with the what is it? Number 7. I can't remember what it was called, but that one was just a rehash of number 4. So let me see. I've got to turn the car around because I'm looking at this and it's not making sense to me. That's true. The Ewoks were not needed. But you could also argue, and many people have, that Jar Jar Binks was not needed too. Okay. So this Okay, and this is the... Okay. I just finally figured out where they're putting this. This right here, there's a channel here for this switch. No, it's not. I'm looking at it wrong. Oh. Channel is right here. Runs back all the way along the back of the car, or all the way along the rocker panel. So take this, and it does not say how much to leave out. I'm going to leave about that much out because I hate having to take things back apart. And it just lays in there. Comes back here. There's another spot. They say to lay it out of the way and just let it lay there. I'm going to tape it so that it's Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi was good. I'm taping the wire so that it doesn't flop all the way around and get damaged while I'm moving parts around. No, Luke, I am your father. Yes, that was, I saw that in the theater and was not expecting it, and it blew my mind. Came home on leave in '77. How old are you, Sluggo? I'm thinking you're probably one of the older people on the in HLI. If you don't mind me asking. I'm going to turn the camera again a little bit more. Well, congratulations on your 64th birthday. That is awesome. And happy birthday, sir. Where are those two slots? There are two slots up here. You can see one of them real good, and there's another one right here that these two tabs will slide into. Hang on. I don't want to pinch the wire, which I just was. Pull that up there. I was pinching this wire that I'm working with right now, not the one from the door. Okay. Still pinched a little bit, but I'm going to have to go with that. And it says 2 LM and 2 JM screws to hold that in. Thank God. I'm just reading the comments, guys. Yeah. And sorry about the strobing there, guys. I don't know if there's any way I can get this to where you guys can see it, so I'm going to just go ahead and press forward with it and tell you what I'm doing. Let me get out the LM screws. That doesn't sound like fun. And yes, Eric, you have been put through the meat grinder. I can't get to it either. So, there, I can, right here, I think, yeah, that's an LM screw that goes in here. That first one should hold most of it together, or hold it to where I can actually take a look, or I can see what I'm doing. Actually, I believe it's supposed to be 45 pounds when it's done. Now I can take a look. Okay, that wasn't catching. Good. So another nice place for it. Right here between these two posts is where the next screw goes in. Yeah. Gonna need a lift for this thing. Actually, I've got it where it's at is right next to the DeLorean, and they're both on a TV stand that's bolted to the wall, but it's a floating shelf type. Fortunately, it's supposed to support, I think, about 300 pounds. Tighten that just a hair more. That one there. These screwdrivers actually come from multiple builds. I've now got a drawer full of them because the screwdrivers that they provide you on some of the builds are just really crappy. That one's not going to fit in there. So next two are JM screws, and they go the top hole here, bottom hole here. Actually, it is hitting the mic. Let me move it a little bit. There. Now it's not going to hit the mic. Sorry about that if it was making funky noises. Let's see. You just got home. Shoot, where you been? I know you're on the West Coast, but still, you should tell them. On Wednesdays and Thursdays, you need to tell them. Can't stay late, boss. Gotta go. And I think we Mondays and Fridays here soon too. If from what Eric was saying, better. Nah, I'm not. I know you're a big red one veteran. Me? Not me. I'm an Air Force veteran. And I just think that it was smarter to send our pilots to do our fighting. So that's all for right now on this monster. And the fit, I'm actually looking at the same thing you guys are. The fit is really good. So let me move this out of the way. Alexa's talking to herself. Okay, so the lenses, and it's a pity. I watched when Wayne did this. It's a pity that they did not make this lit, the spotlight. Looking, okay, it's this piece here. The lens 75E, from what Wayne was saying, is this blue thing goes in here. There's a notch in the lens, so I don't know if it's. So there's a notch there. Okay. See if I can get it to focus. So there's a tab right here. Come on. Had it focused a second ago. There's a tab there and a slight notch right there. So that notch and that tab meet up. If I can get it to go in there. It's one of those things, but eyesight not being perfect anymore. So close. Come on. My eyesight never was perfect. I've worn glasses most of my life. Okay, there. That's better. It's finally in there. I felt it actually sink in there. I could probably, if I wanted to, pry it back out. It's not pants. It's not. Oh, wait. You're right. It is pants here, too. But I've also got Mickey Christmas on, and that was just for Eric. Not sure if you're going to be able to light it because there's just a little hole there for the screw. Unless you could, but I build most of these things stock the way they come. Because it's already enough work putting them together. Fix it till it is. Yeah, it does actually look like a mood ring. Eric, it's okay. It's okay that it's Goofy or Disney stuff. Goofy's here too. Kenny's been counting down to Christmas since July, and I'm with him. Okay, so this is the back of the light. It just goes on. There's a screw hole here, long tab, hole there for the tab to go through, and then a screw will hold that on there. And that screw is an RP. Actually, that Goofy is not that old. It's a, I forget the name of the artist, but it's an artist that does that neat. We've used to have a bunch of them, but my wife, which it's actually her stuff, she's the Disney nut. She got rid of all of them, but she's not allowed to take my Goofy. So let me see if I can just put that, if I can get that screw into the hole. It's not fitting on this screwdriver. I may have to find the actual one for this. That would not be right. I almost put that in, got the screw to go in there so nice. It's on the wrong side of the part. Nope. I just happen to have the original box with the original screw sitting right next to me, or my parts box. Yeah, that is true. Wow. Not looking forward to ever having eye surgery, Dan. Although the eye doc did say that I have slight cataracts. Of course, if he'd never said that to me, I'd have never noticed. I do them, actually, all of my part work, Sluggo, are during live streams. And somehow, apparently, I'm a little bit entertaining because people keep coming back. And as long as people keep coming back, I'll keep doing live streams. And if people stop coming back, I'll do them anyway because I'm having a good time. And it gives me a reason to talk to myself. Oh, you need a better power supply than that. You need like Eric. Do like Eric. Get a power supply for a laptop and hook that to your LEDs. That's only 24 volts. Okay, this goes on here like that to cover the back. So there's the finished light. Now I got to put the handle SP and an RP. Let me get them out now. So this handle goes on the bottom and then it goes into this mount. RP goes in the bottom of the handle. This, okay. So there, it's got a rounded end like this, holding the end back here. This funky shaped part in the front goes into this hole on the bottom of the lamp, or the screw goes through that and into that hole. And this bump here goes towards the bottom, away from the light. Let's see. Oh, if they're booted for live, yeah. I've occasionally had a comment or two during my streams. And I am being a dork. I misread it. The SPs, which are really long, go through this hole. Yes, Kenny, you can build it during Christmas now, and I'm looking forward to his builds all year long. Like I said earlier, like I said on Discord, it's his fault. Or no, it was on here on the chat earlier. It's his fault I got into this. I kind of, you know, I'd been kicking around the idea of YouTubing for years, and then Kenny bought his house and shut down for 2 years, and I was like, well, I guess I might help fill the hole. I am looking forward to your lights. And speaking of which, I did a short video last year on our lights. I'm not sure if we're putting anything out this year because some asswipe, there goes my PG rating, by the way. Some asswipe in the neighborhood we had some Mickey Mouse lights out there, and Eric came by 3 times and cut the wires to them. I know it wasn't you, Eric, and I know you wouldn't do that, but it's like, just really, we're really irritated, and we're not sure if we're going to risk putting hundreds of dollars of stuff out there this year. You're like me, Kenny. I used to try and do that. Then I got old and I can't climb on stuff very well anymore. Very nice. So there's the assembly, and you can turn the light a little bit. I like the way that it's actually blocking the screw from backing out. And that is the end of, yeah, I wish. I'll be honest, I thought about doing things like that. What we are probably going to put something up, but we're also putting up security lights and cameras. Bear traps, I like that idea. Going for some coffee. See you in a little bit, Kenny. So let me set this aside. Let me get the next pack. Let's see. It is 7 o'clock, so I'm right. I'm in line for a 4-hour stream if I do everything. And for, you know, that's the thing, guys, you know. Hey, LTC, welcome. You guys that have been on this stream multiple times or before, you know I will go 2 hours or till the end of a pack, whichever is the first. So this one's going to be quick and simple, which is what I expected that last one to be. What I've got is the right fender. Is that where the, double check. It almost looks like that's where this light goes. No, this light goes on the other side. Probably a rear view mirror. Could be the antenna. I think that is the antenna. Not sure what goes there. And the trim piece for the fender itself. Last one of these, I was kind of disappointed when I got it, because this is the entire stage. There's lug there, lug there, lug there. A tab with a screw hole, same here and same here. This just pops on like so. Nope, sorry. I don't have space loot or buck loot. I'm not that far in yet. Although yeah, better in politics any day. Because of all the politics that have gone on in the last couple of years, I've actually quit watching most TV. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Eventually, I might do some sort of loot. I'm at the 100 or first year, stream number 70. When I looked earlier today, I had 147 subscribers. I might do something at probably 250 subscribers and maybe something at 100 streams. I don't know yet for sure. Exactly. Buck loot's almost worthless. Yeah, I watched World of Wayne on most of his, well, until I found out that the maximum number of watch later videos you can have on YouTube is 5,000. I found out the hard way, put things on watch later, and they didn't go because I had 5,000 videos. But I used to watch all of his builds. Now I'm just watching the ones that I'm doing. And the and the what is it, Bismarck, because I may eventually get it. So there is that quarter panel or fender, however you want to call it, done. And that was the end of that stage 76. So stage 77. Okay, I was wondering where stage 78 was. What's the matter with buck booty? I have a mighty fine booty, I'll have you know. Ask my wife. I have a mighty fine booty and it's going slowly away. I dropped down to 122 pounds as of this morning. So this is quite a bit of doing the same thing as in stage 76. Got to get the car back up here, which means the book's got to move. Because the first thing is to put this piece of trim on the other side of the hood. Before I do that, let me put away my screws. Bucks. That would work too. The only problem with all that, and maybe eventually, is you have to pay for. Did I say 122? I mean 222. Sorry. 122, I'd be almost gone. But the only problem with doing any kind of loot is I'm not sure how much, but I do know that Kenny pays for the Streamlabs. I'm not to that point yet, and I think he's been on YouTube. I know he's been on YouTube at least 7 or 8 years. That's not bad, Eric. When I looked at when I weighed myself this morning and it was at 222, I looked at how much I've lost, and in the last 2 years, I have dropped 60 pounds. Well, yeah, most of your weight is metal. I tell you what, White Glove, I've never done a tank either, but when I won the photo etch from last month, I went out and bought one. Okay. Let's see if we can get this one to go on a little bit quicker. Disc in your back, the immobility might make you gain some weight. I will tell you guys, the funny thing is, the only thing I really have done to lose the weight is I started drinking a buttload of water. So similar to this one, so yeah, it's a hole here, here, and here. You're welcome, LTC. For this lug, and this lug. So let me raise the hood, have it stay there. Hopefully I can turn this over this time without having it fall out. It's not gonna stay there. So let me get the screws first. And that would be 3 of the BP screws. Oh, that is no fun. And I feel for you guys because I'm getting an MRI next week to start looking at my discs. So, LTC, this, I drink about 4 to 6 of these a day, depending on the weather, and that's really where my weight loss really got going. Unfortunately, it has stalled for the last couple of months. I've been bouncing between 225 and 230. And there it went. It fell out. I knew it. I figured it probably would. Finish rolling this over. Not drop the hood like I did last time. Wait a minute, Mark. I'm not an Army guy. I'm an Air Force guy. So it can't be the Army that's causing the bad backs. Might be the 150 to 200 pound airplane parts I used to throw around. So if you guys see, I just put one screw in there to hold it in place, and now I'll go back and do the other 2. I did 2. I was an aircraft maintainer originally. It's just, in my later years, I realized it was dumb to be out there in the weather. And, you know, ended up being a resource advisor, which worked out really well because it turned into my current career. I cannot see that where I'm at. Okay, I was looking the wrong spot. I was going to try and put a screw in this hole when actually the lug is back here. Ah, white glove CE, huh? That's what it sounds like, at least. Yeah, but things were a little bit different back then when Chuck Yeager was, when he was an aircraft mechanic. Let me move this around again. Oh, Not good. Let me put that over there. So let me go get, this time I'm just going to double check and make sure I don't have to get looks like only one wire, but the headlights are going to be coming in. So I'm looking for W. One more of the door switches. And for anybody who wasn't here earlier, what I'm putting in right now is a switch. This switch, when it depresses, breaks the circuit. It's open, it's connected like that, open when you push it in or push it down. So Hobby Lobby is on, or is having a sale again. Cool. I might have to go and look. Let me see, pull this back a little bit. So again, like last time, there's a spot right here for it to drop into. I did not. Don't say I worked for a living, Mark. I mean, really, come on. Wait, I skipped back and reading old messages. Not near as much as they used to be, though. The Hobby Lobby sales, they used to sell, you know, a continuous 40% coupon around. When that went away, it was kind of a bummer. Oops, missed the EM screws. And to be honest, I've looked at Hobby Lobby and nothing that they have right now grabs my eye. I did get the two 1/16 cars they had. Hang on a second, guys. I got to look something in the book because there's something different here that I wasn't expecting. Yeah, there's a pin here that I did not expect to have. Didn't know it was there. Yeah. So in this bag is that little pin, and I'm not sure where it goes yet. But I've got the same thing as last time. There's a notch here. There's a slat that comes up out of there so that this will hold the switch in place. And I need 2 EM screws. Our local Hobby Lobby is about 15 minutes away. But I don't go very often because, like I said, I've got most everything they have. Yep, it's exactly what I do, Sluggo, is mostly get my stuff from eBay. eBay or Scale Model Graveyard on Facebook. Eric gets most of his stuff from me. Oh, that must be nice, Dan. And model shops are a dying breed. There's a couple of, well, I can't say a couple of good ones because I've never been to Schaefer, but Mark Twain Hobby Center, which I first heard of on eBay is actually one of my local hobby stores. And by local, I mean almost an hour away. Anytime I go to the airport, I tend, because it's past the airport, St. Louis Airport, I tend to stop in there. I've been very fortunate on eBay because I'm an evil bidder. I was talking earlier about my C57D, and it blew my wife's mind when I bought that kit. She's like, it's huge and everything else. And I told her that I did a best offer on it. Actually, I was talking about this earlier and I didn't finish. I put in a best offer. It was on sale for... sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened there. It was on sale for, what was it? Guy had it on sale for $100, including shipping. And I offered $50. And he accepted. I was like, that's amazing. And if I hadn't gotten it for that cheap, I probably never would have gotten it. Okay, so I'm not sure. Actually, I am sure. This is going to be, I think, holding the mirror. It's the assembly to hold the mirror. And slot or tab there with a screw hole. A screw hole in the end there. It will slot into that spot right there. There's a pin in the front. Goes down in here just like this. And then I can put a screw through it to hold it in place. And it all also, guys, depends on what you're looking for. eBay is a good place to shop, but I also, if you're not a member, I recommend you look for Scale Model Graveyard, especially if you're into tanks and planes on Facebook, if you're on Facebook, because they sell a lot. And it is person-to-person sales. It's not, you don't have a third party. You guys just work out, you bid on it. It's Friday through Sunday night at 10 o'clock Eastern is when the bidding is. When you win for whatever you bid, plus shipping. And the seller you can tend to get things a little bit cheaper because the seller doesn't have anything that they're shelling out to anybody except when you pay them with PayPal. Nice. Okay, so that's that in place. And now let me bring back the behemoth. Okay. And this fender is going on this side, just like the other one. Here you can see a little bit better the tabs that are in there that go into these two slots. Just look, this is currently just flapping in the wind. And again, it's going to be 2 LM and 2 JM screws. Set her up on her side. Actually, that's what I did last time. No, I'm not going to be. No matter what I do, this camera's not going to get that angle. Two LMs and two JM screws. Actually, LTC, those are the cars I'm talking about. I picked, those are the ones that I got both of them from Hobby Lobby. And that's about all they have at this point that I really want. And I apologize for not being where you guys can see this, but my camera setup is just not conducive to that. Although, interesting. That screw did not grab in the front. I looked, the lug should be in the perfect spot. So let me try this again. I think it caught this time. Yeah, it grabs and it is seated really quickly. Thanks, Donnie. I think it looks really cool too. I think you guys have, or Donnie, you forgot what the rest of this monster looks like right now. And I think it's actually going to be coming together with the body on top of the rest of it soon. Chuck Yeager P51. Glamorous Glennis. That would be a cool model to get. Okay. Once I get these last two screws down, I will pick it up and see if I can get it to where I can show you what I just did. Okay. So up here in the front, I just did a screw in here, one here, oops, one here, and these two, putting on the second fender. And I have heard a lot of, or I've read a lot of complaints about the body not matching up. Let me turn this around. Or not the body, but the hood not matching. That's the thing with these things like these part works. Damn. Rub mark. Is that some of the stuff won't line up because you're working on it for so long. Let's see if I can block that so that, nope. But the hood with those fenders fits perfect. That comes out of 141 packs, that will be in pack 145. Okay. So fenders on. That's what that is. I remember reading or Wayne talking about that too. That little pin that I didn't know what was, what it was, is part of the antenna. So this little pin, let me set it down for a second and move the strobe creator out of the way. So this little pin goes into the antenna holder. There's a small hole at the end of this, and it's not gonna, maybe it's, there you go. Into the end of this here. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of the strobing. $7.2 million cups of coffee a day. I used to do that. Well, I'm glad she's got her coffee. And Eric, if you can get to Illinois, I can get you to Wonderfest. So this pin pushes in here. And it's pretty well seated. It is not going to come back out. Okay, so just a second, guys. Echo, turn off bench. Still got enough light to work with. But now, when I bring this back up, it's not going to strobe everything out. I figured that out. It's because I've got, instead of fluorescence, I've got LED strip. Yeah, the hotels are, I want to say it's $128 a night for the room, not per person. Which should make things not too expensive. Okay, so over here, I'm actually using the camera to figure out where I'm working. Used to do that, Sluggo. I no longer drink coffee, and I no longer smoke. Okay, so this hole right here is where this goes. And that's what I get, where a lot of aircraft maintenance comes in handy, because I couldn't see what I was doing there, but I was still able to plug it in. So an EM screw in there. Since you were 14. Well, see, that's the thing, Kenny, is didn't you go from smoking to vaping? What? 135? Highway robbery. Okay. Battery for my e-bike. I actually quit smoking from one day to the next after 30 years, and I have not gone back since. But I know exactly how hard it is to quit, because I quit about 7 or 8 times. So now let me roll this back over. What I need is a jig to hold it so I can just turn it. So this grill piece here for up in front of the windshield. Same here. It wasn't in the middle of my back, but it was on my shoulders. So it goes in there like that. And actually, let me see if I can get it back off, because I didn't show. on the back side. There's 1, 2, 3 lugs, 3 holes that those lugs drop into, and then a couple other holes in the this part of the body. Of course, now it's not going to just drop in like it did before. But those 3 lugs will hold it down when I put 3 EP screws in. So let me get the screws out. I'm not going to roll it all the way over on its back. I'm just going to roll it up on its side. That's cool, Mark. Sorry, I'm concentrating on this, putting this screw in. Actually, now that I've got that one in, the rest of it won't fall out. And if you guys are wondering why I'm not that concerned about the roof, it's because the whole rack is going to be up there. So this one screw right here is the one I just put in. I'm going to put this one in, and then the other one's over here. Whoops. I do not know why I lifted off of the screw like that. That is my grandson's Samoyed. Once he gets done drinking, he might come in here for a visit. And he drinks a lot, and he's very messy when he drinks. Okay, so that's got this part in. There. I'm sitting here going, where are the headlights? Because now the headlights are going to go in. And I have to make sure, does it have all 4 of the wires here? Oh, actually, I'm looking at it thinking it's 4 wires. It's 2 harnesses. 2 ends on it. Goes in like this. And the wires, it says to put where I can't see them. Okay, so on the chassis, here, 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 and here, there are pins that are going to go into holes here, 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 and here. Make sure the wires are not being pinched. There's one set. There's the one of them. There, those are in. Let me see. Yeah, I can't do that because I gotta spin the car around so that I can actually see that part of it. Move some stuff out of here so I can put the car a little bit further over. Oh. Thud. So yeah, the wire channeling goes outside of these posts. Let me move this over here where I'm not turning so far around it. Okay, and a long time ago, I put this little bracket on underneath here and underneath here. So let me start with this one. I'm not sure. If I can get that in there. Okay. I turned out the lights in here and it works, except for when I'm trying to put something onto a black part that's in the shadow. Okay. There's one. There's two. Three. Close. Four. Oh yay, oh yay.
Please log in to the Google Home app.
We have a Google speaker that is not hooked up at all. And it gets angry every now and then and yells at me. I'm very close to just leaving this bracket out because it popped off. I probably will not be able to get it back in there. Okay, that's got that in there. Just get these wires out of the way and then I'll mess with that bracket maybe. There's another bracket just like it here. I'm sorry if you guys are chatting. I'm not looking at the chat at all right now. I'm trying to do these wires. That's the time that you guys are all screaming, "There's somebody behind you!" Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna leave the wires in the bracket, but I'm not gonna try and reattach the bracket. Okay. So let me see. Just catching up in the chat. Okay. Nothing about the model good. So I got that in. Oops. I'm gonna knock this one loose. Now it's loose again on both sides. So let me get one side and then the other. We get the two LMs. Okay, so an LM is going to go here and one here to hold it in place. And then way long time ago, these here, two wire things I put on there, never knew what they were for. Yeah, I already knew about the guy behind me. He came down here with his noisy drinking dog. Is that the right spot? Yep. Not Maddie. He breaks things. Like HLI. He broke HLI. So I do see one thing that I'm not really impressed with, and maybe it will tighten itself up later on. There's a pretty good gap on either side between the fender and the headlights. Okay, so that's got that in place. I have to read this carefully. Slotted the wires to two BP screws and where. Let me put the headlight back on. You broke Simon's sight? So somewhere it says that these attach. Wow, little bitty screws right here and here. So these wires have been on the front bumper assembly for a long time. And they come down and attach into screw hole with screws. Two holes here and here. So let me get two BPs out. That's one thing about back in the day when I was going to Insulik, Turkey. Everybody was always talking about BP's restaurant. Such a great restaurant. And BP's was British Petroleum gas station. Oh no. So the kit factory went down too? I did not realize that. I hadn't been on Simon's site in a while. But I do have to admit that when I finally stopped in and ate at BP's, it was not that bad. It's the first place I had. In Germany, they call them doner kebabs. In that part of Turkey, they call them Adana kebabs because it's Adana, Adana, Turkey. Come on. Shaving cream. And I know how much trouble that Wayne had with this because when he got finished, his wires were a little bit bent. That one's tight. Go back and make sure this one's tight. You don't want that to bend up. And that's how Wayne's looked, bent up from there. Let's see. Wow. Yeah. I would be upset if that happened to me. So now, let me close this. Roll this thing end over end. Oops. Sorry, guys. Smacking the camera around with the car. It was a hit and run. Let's see if I can move it back far enough. Move the camera over far enough. There. Echo, turn on bench. Because last 4 screws for tonight go in there. And that's 4 GMs. That's terrible. So I'm guessing that company just went out of business since they just blew a whole bunch of people's sites up. Because I'm pretty sure that contractor no, I wouldn't be there anymore. So just to let you guys know, screw here, screw here, screw here, screw here, and that'll hold in the headlight assembly. That's how I have my lights set up. My lights are voice controlled. Comes in very handy during streams like this. I've got a wax warmer in here. When I turn it on, I tell Echo wax on. Guess what I say when it's time to turn it off? Even my wife laughs at that silly ass joke. Can't tell if that's threading in or not. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. No, it's not. Do both. Yell at the boy and then go upstairs and get it. Well, yell at the boy to get you a Dr. Pepper. I mean, that's why you have kids, so that they can get you a Dr. Pepper. Yes, you do, Kenny. Even I have a refrigerator in my shop. Okay, come on. Last screw of the night. That's what she said. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay, we're going over 2 hours again, I think.
Please log in through the Google Home app.
Shut up, Google. Yep, we're going over 2 hours again. The only thing, I forgot about the windscreen, so give me just a second. I'm not going to bother to pour another Fireball and Coke, but I will throw some pre-mixed Long Island iced tea into the cup. thought I was done. Yeah, fridge is more required than I think a fridge is more required than an airbrush. For what? For doing this? I love doing this, man. It relaxes me, and like Kenny says, it lets me give back to the community because I watch a ton of people building models, and I figure if I enjoy it, other people will. And what Kenny tells me is that this is one of them things that a lot of guys won't ever buy for themselves. You are very welcome. What do you mean send you some Long Island iced tea? I'm sure, I am almost positive that you got a cup of, or maybe not a cup, but a glass of Jaeger in front of you. So EP screws. A bunch of EP screws. It is a lot of cash. And honestly, it's because I've been lucky enough to have a wife that supports me in my hobby that I can do this. So I opened the pack. I'll bring it on screen. I showed it earlier. Got the windscreen and got the trim that goes around it. Let me readjust the camera. Pull the car forward a little bit. It's kind of nice having something actually to grab here instead of right under the hood. They're keepers, both yours and mine, because they let us do this. And don't see any fingerprints. So like I said earlier, a long time ago, I'm going to try and keep the plastic on it so that nothing's, it doesn't get scratched at all. I'm peeling it up now before I put it in there so that I don't have to fight with it at all. It looked like Wayne had to fight a little bit to get the plastic peeled out around the rim so that he could get the trim on there. So it just sits in here like that, and it actually fits like a glove into the spot. And then there's 3 lugs here, 3 lugs on the bottom, same on the chrome piece. Nice little curve here on the edge on both sides. So I popped it down. Okay, that's got those 3 down. And it is EP screws. Yes, your wife is. Absolutely. My wife is my money manager. She gives me an allowance out of the money I make because, well, when we first got married, she had never seen a checkbook. And I'm just going to try and put without moving the car, put the first screw in. She had never seen a checkbook, and I was a E3, so I handed her the checkbook. You know, the day we got married, we got her on the checkbook, and I said, okay, make your mistakes now. Nope, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm not quite that talented. I'm only going to go halfway around. Yeah, but I hand my wife, and have ever since we got married, ever since I handed her the checkbook, I hand her my paycheck, and she manages the money. Sometimes she doesn't like it. Whoops, hood popped up. Sometimes she wants to give it up, but we both know she's better at it than I am. So that's got the top one in the center on. So let me see if I can get this bottom one on. If I can get the bottom one in, then so it should be smooth sailing after that. It was EP I was talking about earlier. EP is still by far the most populous of the screws in this build. So now there's another screw right here. And I will turn it over and show you guys the screw holes once I get the windshield completely secured. Actually, I don't even have to do that if I can just get this screw tight. Nothing should go anywhere anymore. Want to make sure that this one is tight. It's not by a long stretch. Okay. I think, nope, I put them all away. Exactly, guys. Okay, that one. I could tell this one needed to be the next one because as I looked down through the hole, I could see the red from the towel. That's cool. That's very cool. So, did she quit because you told her to quit? Wait, Eric, I thought you still modeled lingerie. When did you quit? Or was that supposed to be a secret? Ah. So is it Victoria's Secret or something like that? Hey, I only did that once. Don't make me do it again. I will. Let's see. It did go under a little bit, but I'm able to pull it back out. It shifts a little bit, and I'm sure because the wings out here pop a little bit, I'm sure that eventually something will hold it down. So I'm showing it to the wrong camera. Hang on. And I'm about to drop it. I did have 2 more screws out. Okay, so let me switch cameras. Okay. Thongs backwards. And you modeled the thong backward and called it a banana hammock? Hey, Leprechaun. Welcome. You're arriving just as I'm about ready to get off. The stream, that is. Let's see. Some of us are just not right. All of us are just not right. So, like I was trying to do with the camera up here, and I'm going to push that up a little bit and out of the way. This is where we're at. When I started tonight, the front end was not the front end. Fenders were not on. The chrome on the sides was not on. And the windshield was not on. And there were no wires in the body. And yeah, as a matter of fact, the plates, this plate on here, originally it was cut off. People complained, so they actually gave a full plate because the way it was in the movie, it looked like it was cut off. So hang on a second, guys. I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit further. There. That's what it looks like right now. And the hood is working. Matter of fact, last week I went to move this and one of the springs was missing from it. Fortunately, mine didn't break like it did for Wen. Mine was just popped loose. So let me clear this off. Move this thing over. It is so nice being able to grab it by the bumper. You know, I'm surprised that they didn't have me put this on yet. The little light. All right. It is a huge car. I think it's 30 inches when it's done. Sorry, let me readjust this camera. Fire station was awesome. Hey, GB, you're going to have to catch the rerun. I'm just about to sign off for the night. So I had a lot of fun tonight, guys. Let's see. Yeah, that would be an awesome roller skate. Did a lot on the car. It was only 3 stages, but it's at the point where the stages take a long time, similar to the Enterprise. Thanks, Kenny. There is no space loot, you know that, Eric? But not sure. I have like 12 more packs or 12 more sets of stages, 10 or 12 more sets of stages for the Ecto. I might do it again next week, or I might make Donnie happy because I have a new stage for the Enterprise. As a matter of fact, probably going to be Enterprise, then Iron Man, then probably Pearl. Need to do some more on the Pearl. Yes, absolutely. Been watching on the phone. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoyed it, GB. Raffle 500. I'm going to get Kenny's passwords for all that stuff, and I'm going to get it set up sometime. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys had as much fun as I did, because I had a lot of fun, a lot of flipping this thing over back and forth. I know that upcoming are some of the doors, and there are some issues with the doors. I'll tell you what they are, and then I'm going to tell you point blank. I'm not concerned, because the stickers for the doors are wrong. They're too big, and they need. It is what it is. Don't stress over it. So, like I said, glad you guys could stop by. Like and subscribe, or don't. Either way, I do care. I really get a kick out of seeing more subscribers, but it doesn't hurt my feelings if I don't get them. I'm going to keep doing it, and I do this because I enjoy it, and I enjoy chatting with you guys while we're doing it, or while I'm doing it. Just like on the Sunday stream, found out after the fact that everybody on YouTube had voice but me. I was somehow muted, and I was the one who was hosting the stream. So it's kind of weird. And I'm going to call it a stream. Had a good time. I'm glad you guys stopped by. Have a great night tonight. Have a great day tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there, and I will talk to you later.